2 hours by road from the city of Cochabamba, indigenous farmers work the land, just as their ancestors have for centuries. But several years ago, these men started noticing changes in rain patterns, something they now consider a result of global warming.
In my parents' days, the rain was stable, but about 15 years ago, we noticed the rains became very intense, and the rainy season grew shorter. And in the last few years, the intensity has only increased. The heat is also worse now, and the sun much stronger.
Faced with declining yields, the farmers of the Cochabamba Valley joined together to build this dam, which feeds a basic yet comprehensive irrigation system. Now, 157 families are much less dependent on the whims of the weather, able to harvest food year-round.
Before this dam, we barely produced enough to feed or educate our children. There was no money, and now we produce enough to eat well and send the kids to school.
Terraced farming and new crops like these peaches were also introduced to help conserve the soil and prevent erosion. It represents in miniature what Bolivian President Evo Morales wants the rest of the world to do, work in harmony with nature as the planet develops. This week's World Peoples Summit, organized by Morales in the city of Cochabamba, intends not only to address climate change, but also, as the conference title puts it, the rights of Mother Earth. The Bolivian government says it expects 20,000 people from more than 120 countries to participate in the summit.
For some governments, there's money to pay for wars, but not to defend Mother Earth. Well, the people gathered here are going to debate how to defend her and thus ultimately defend all human life.
At the Copenhagen Climate Change Summit last year, Evo Morales first floated the idea of a worldwide referendum on global warming. Frustrated with the lack of progress by politicians, Morales wants the people of the world to vote on how fast greenhouse gases should be reduced. The details of such a vote would be worked out here in Cochabamba. Participants will also draft a universal declaration of rights for Mother Earth. Grassroots momentum is certainly evident in Cochabamba, but with only 6 presidents confirmed attending so far and less than 50 official government delegations, what's not clear is whether this summit will establish a viable alternative to the UN-organized climate change talks. Craig Mauro, Al Jazeera, Cochabamba, Bolivia.